It'd be at least
Sure.
one cool thing they can add to their arsenal.
Yeah, so try this, everybody. We're gonna start with C major 7 in the first position that we all know from the 5th string. Okay, and then the next chord D minor 7. Okay, then the next chord E or D sharp, however you want to think of it, diminished. Okay, then the next chord is kind of like E minor 7, except we're gonna bring pinky finger up. So we get this nice kind of C9 over E chord. So here's those 4 chords. So let's play it a few different ways. The first way, and you can do this with a metronome, or at first don't do it with a metronome, just kind of play through it and get comfortable in your right hand once you've gotten the shapes, the grips in the left hand. So obviously play them all at once. So we've got thumb, first, middle, and ring going on the 5th string, 4th string, 3rd string, 2nd string. And I'll turn this way so you can even get a better angle here. And see how you're seeing the joint of my finger move, and I'm naturally, the wrist is loose. I'm getting a nice full sound. And the pyramid of sound, you hear the bass, but you also hear you hear that melody note on top, and it's not getting overpowered in a pool of mud with the chord, okay? Next one is thumb only, and then first, second, third finger. Booty, 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 right? And we're going for a connected legato sound. You don't want to hear this. Just like you have a choir singing, where you have the voices moving right up. There's going to be a little daylight when you switch chords. That's okay, but we want to go for as much length. Next thing we do is let's pick a new pair. How about we do outside? So we'll do bass note and our second string. So that'll be thumb and ring, and then first and second, like this. I have to think about that one a little bit today. Some days your brain is like, what? So doing those pairs, right? And that one, you're going to want the bass and the melody note, which are what you're playing first. That's strong, and then contrast that with the middle voices a little bit quieter. Okay? Another combination. Thumb and middle, first and ring. That's a tricky one, because really you want the second part of that to be a little bit louder, because technically our top string is our melody note in this example, right? So we've got... That's a little tricky for me. Sometimes the middle voice wants to stick out a little bit much, right? And then you can practice a combination of that. Take that onto some other string sets. So like, let's say I'm just doing like some triads almost, where I'm skipping a string on the bottom, right? So I've got these 3 shapes. This first one, I've got the bass or the 5th on the bottom in the 3rd fret, 6th string. First finger on the D string in the 2nd fret, and your pinky finger on the 3rd string in the 5th fret. So I have a triad here. This is a C triad. I'm just skipping my A string, so I have a non-consecutive triad here. Non-consecutive meaning it's not on all strings right next to each other. So here I can do thumb with the bass and my first and second finger on these 2 strings, you know. Really getting that nice. So there the middle note was sticking out a little bit much. much. A little bit better. I kind of fracked that top note. Do you hear how when I'm practicing it, that I'm listening for that, and I'm listening for how the chords are balanced? Yeah. I just find that guitarists don't do this a lot. What we do is we practice all sorts of chord shapes in the right hand, and then they just kind of play them however in the right hand. And most of the time when people play solo guitar for me, I hear them just do a lot of like bass chord, bass chord, bass chord. And what about right hand? What's this question? What about right hand arpeggios? Yeah, in the right hand. Well, same thing. So you could do exactly, you know. I mean, if we're taking that same example before, this is pretty basic and something to practice. Now, the hard part of that is not cutting off that top note, because jumping to the next note. And again, we're getting picky here, but man, the devil's in the details when it comes to solo guitar playing, man. The difference in the people that really pay attention to like connecting these notes and the ones that don't, or the ones that the solo guitar just kind of sounds, you know, basic is the only word I can think of. Oh, that's tricky. I mean, you could cheat, move your finger, and then get the next grip if you want. Or now that's what the melody. And you're practicing getting that nice and even on the bottom too. Question 2, can you demonstrate all of me with the melody? Yeah. Okay, that may be kind of fun too, right? So with the melody, instead of up here, well, that basically can open up the possibility for us to reverse our comping into the upper register of the instrument. And another thing too, along with your question, was that Phil that asked that question? Yeah, along with that question comes practicing it in a call and response format. So because my mind is sort of twisted right now around playing that on top, I might try it just to kind of think about playing that melody clearly in the bottom and then comping for myself up top in sort of a call and response way while keeping the time really steady. Okay, because that's ultimately a major point here, is we want to make sure our time feel is solid. It's interesting playing the melody down there. Instantly, you want to go into soloing down there too. You know, kind of like treating it like it's a bass solo, right? So the challenge there lies in, okay, if I'm going to play in the first position, you know, get down here, and then get up the neck, and then get back down, or maybe play it up here if I've been comping up here for myself, because you want to create that contrast, right? If you're playing the melody in the bass, you don't want to be playing super muddy chords in the bass to kind of overpower that, you know. That it is a challenge on the guitar, you know. I tell people, like, playing solo guitar.
What you just watched comes from our Jazz Master Sessions. Now that's a clip of a longer master class. Every single month, I get one of the world's best jazz guitarists into Chase's Guitar Academy, and we have an hour masterclass session. And these are very focused masterclasses. This isn't just a general Q&A, although there is time for questions at the end. We focus on a very specific topic and go deep. The two ways you can access the Jazz Master Sessions is either the recordings via the basic plan of Chase's Guitar Academy, or as the standard plan, you actually get to attend these live and interact with these masters. In the past, we've had guys like Dan Wilson, John Storie, Stefan Remble, Barry Green, Rodney Jones, Will Brahm, Chico Pinheiro, so many more. It's a really great time. I know you'll love it. I always get such great feedback, and students have so many amazing breakthroughs and insights after watching and attending these that I invest the money into the students so that they can access this. It's not cheap, but I think it's a great thing to do for the members, and nowhere else does this. So if you want access, sign up, 14-day free trial for Chase's Guitar Academy. Either of the options you'll be able to access. Thanks, and I'll see you in another video.